Okay, so let me start with a small story. The story is about an old man who was sleeping outside on the veranda, and children, his grandchildren, got a little cranky, and they got a little cow dung and put it on his bush. And the old man got up and he said, "You know what's going on? This things." And then he went inside to his daughter's kitchen and said, into the steps, and then he said, "Daughter, your kitchen stinks." And then he went to his son's bedroom and did another sniff and said, "Hey, your bedroom stinks." And then, quite frustrated with all this bad smell, he came outside and did a sniff and the whole world. Obviously, the point is that nothing stinks. It is just the smell that the guy was getting from his bush, right? Uh, In a way, what we're saying is a lot of times how we see the world is based on what kind of filters, what kind of glasses are we using. Obviously, just because we wear a pair of the green sunglasses, the world isn't green. The filter or the way we are looking at the world. Right? This can be generalized as few of these statements, right? That the map is not the territory, or the menu is not the dish, or the perception is not the reality. Right? So what they are trying to say is that we are all the time, every minute literally of our life living out of these perceptions. And we have so many of these perceptions about everything. We believe about everything. We believe about which restaurant has the best dosa. We have beliefs about who is a good person to me. We have beliefs about what kind of political party it is. We have beliefs about what kind of dress suits me. We have beliefs about everything. We believe about that milk is good for children, though enough research has proved that we are actually many of us are lacto insensitive, and that's not good for us. Not good for us. And so on. One of the questions that I ask a lot of people is that, hey, does the sun rise in east? Almost everybody in one of these workshops says, yes, the sun rises in the east, and you're wrong. And then they say, how? I said, is that a fact that the sun rises in the east? He said, yes, it's a fact. I said, no, it's not a fact. Right? The sun doesn't rise anywhere. The earth goes around, and the sun stays wherever it is. What obviously that means is that we are actually not seeing uh, the real thing. We're actually seeing perception of something. We're living out of this belief. Right. Let me relate one small incident. Right. When I came to Bangalore, I was told that such and such type of people you shouldn't mix with. Right. Now, once I was told about that such and such people I shouldn't mix with by some friends, right? Every time I'll see such and such people, I get very all tensed up. I'll get very cautious. Now, and in that caution, I was actually avoiding them. So automatically, I was becoming friendly with them. Now, what has happened is somebody has said something to me. That's become my belief, and I've now started operating out of that belief. So our behavior is nothing but something which is coming out from our beliefs. Beliefs is like the roots, which is kind of fueling the behavior. And just because we see the behavior, that doesn't mean that the behavior is by itself. It is coming from a certain kind of belief. Right? For example, if you have a belief that uh, dark alleys in the night are dangerous, then your typical behavior would be either not go into dark alleys or go with more people. Now, in itself, this belief is useful. It's good for us. Right? It helps us, right? And we should welcome such a belief. So I'm not trying to say beliefs are wrong, all right? I'm just trying to say, hey, realize that it is our belief that dark alleys are unsafe that makes us behave in a certain way. And this is absolutely helpful for us, right? But it can be the other way around also. I could have a belief, as I said, that XYZ person is not so good, and I may avoid that person. And by chance, I happen to get to know that person a little better, and I finally realized that, hey, that person is actually much better than I thought, or rather I believe. So I changed my beliefs. In this particular case, the belief is actually hampering me from or stopping me from actually meeting more people. Right? and so on. Now I can have a belief about myself that I'm not that very good at talking, and if I have a belief about myself that I'm not very good at talking, I won't go and talk with other people. And if I won't talk with other people, then they won't become friends. So then I always believe that I'm not a very friendly person. People don't like me, and so on and so forth. You see where I'm headed to. So all kinds of issues come up, right? Because we have beliefs.